Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy!
Alrighty, welcome back to the Ages of Rock podcast. We are on episode 289. Can you believe that? It's getting up there.
Almost 300.
Almost 300. We've got a few more to go. We won't make it for the first of the year, so it'll be sometime it'll be sometime in the next year. We'll hit it. We may take 6 or 8 weeks off. Who knows?
After this episode.
Yeah. So anyway. I'm here tonight with, of course, Bill, Alan, and Alex, which is Bill's son. He's joining us tonight to give us a little bit of a different perspective on our topic. And our topic tonight is going to be, we're picking our 10 iconic songs. And we all have our different criteria for how we pick them. There was no rules set up from the beginning. I just said, 10 and get some.
Pick 10, that's a rule.
Well, pick 10, and then, of course, everybody.
And then put them on paper. That's a rule.
That's a rule.
I didn't put them on paper.
Put them on your list on your phone.
But it'll be interesting to see how we all came across this list or how we went. I actually went on today, and because I did my list first, and then I went during lunch today. I went on to the, of course, on the Google, and typed in, 10 the most iconic songs. Of course, they had 100. And some of these lists are just they're messed up. They're like, I'm glad I picked my songs first, because it was like, are you kidding me? I mean, there was one that says it was the most scientifically done, because they used counts, beats per minute, all this other bullshit. And it's like, in their first song, I'm like going, you're wrong. But anyway, we'll talk about this stuff later. Before we get into the topic, though, I know, Alan, you did something this week. And I don't know. Why don't you talk about that first?
On Friday, Brian Harris and I went to Harrison, Ohio, which is a community about 20 miles north of Cincinnati, to a venue called the Blue Note, and we saw Nita Strauss's solo band, which is Nita, her boyfriend on drums, and some beefy dude on bass.
So she's sleeping with a drummer.
And the drummer's a beefy dude too. And if there's anybody you don't want to pick a fight with, it's either one of those guys. Because during one of the songs, I swear, they have their stage show and everything, but the drummer was swinging his arm around and acting like he was hitting his guitar. I was like, God damn, that dude is brutal. Yeah. But we made a day of it. We left Evansville about 10 o'clock, and we got there and plenty of time to get to the hotel, get checked in and everything. And we actually stayed. The hotel was about 1.5 miles away from the venue. So it didn't take any time to get there. And we were first in line for the VIP thing. The VIP thing was pretty cool. You go in, they give you the opportunity to have 3 things signed, and they do a Q&A and all that stuff. It was pretty cool. I asked a question, and I actually filmed it with my camera, and I was planning on including it in part of this, but during another part of the Q&A, she asked that people not record the stuff and put it on social media, because this was an intimate event that she wanted with just the VIPs. So even though I have it on my phone and it turned out to be a pretty good question and got a pretty good answer, I'm not going to share it.
Did you ask her what color her underwear was? Or
no, I did not.
Actually,
the question that I asked is, as a female in a predominantly male-dominated part of the music industry, did she find it hard to navigate the music industry? And she was just like, well, it's hard navigating life, But then she talked a little bit about her experience in the industry.
Just follows her boobies where they go. No.
And this is why we're kicking Dennis off the show.
This is why we have 12 listeners. Actually 13, because that's the average age of the mentality.
Joking. She's a great guitarist, and like I said, I we've seen her with I've seen her with Alice twice.
Yeah, well, I knew that Judas Priestess was going to be the opening act.
Sure.
How was that?
I'll get to that.
Oh, okay. All right.
The show actually started at 7. There was a solo guitarist named Mark Rizzo, and he played along to a drum track from 7 to 7:30. And phenomenal guitar player, all of that noodling, the Joe Satriani, it's that style of music. Not my thing, but it was really impressive for what it was. And then the next band was a band called Black Satellite. They played from 7:45 to about 8:15. And they were kind of a punk goth emo something band. I don't know.
Pick something and run with it.
Is God awful? Is that a good description?
No, they were not god awful. The one thing that stood out to me is that big silver square looking microphone Elvis used to sing into.
Right.
That girl was singing into one of those, and the particular style of microphone she had did not suit her vocals.
Gotcha.
And to top that off, I guess the sound guy, Nita's regular sound guy, has been sick or whatever. So they used sound from the venue itself, and whoever the sound guy was, didn't know those people well enough. So it took him longer to get people dialed in than it should have.
Right.
You didn't go over and offer to help?
I did not.
You didn't say, get the hell out the way. I know what I'm doing.
No, because it wasn't nobody writing me a check. Fuck them.
I was gonna say he ain't getting paid. And if it fails,
I want my money.
Yeah. But the mixing board they use is the Midas M32, so it's the same as my Behringer X32, except for the preamps are not as fancy schmancy. But it would have been easy to do. But anyway, after that, Judas Priestess came on, and they played for about an hour, 8:45 to 9:45. And one thing that struck me about Judas Priestess, besides the fact that their singer she's a really good vocalist, is they did a lot of not mainstream Judas Priest songs.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did they dig deep?
They started the show with Judas Rising. They did. I want to say they did the Green Manalishi.
Right.
Huh.
They dug out some stuff that I'd only heard once or twice.
They keep it to the older Priest then?
No. Well, Judas Rising is off one of their latest albums.
True.
But something they did another one that's off of Demolition or one of those newer albums. I said Demolition. I don't even know when Demolition came out.
Right.
But as for the mainstream stuff, they did like the Hellion Electric Eye,
right?
Metal Gods, Breaking the Law.
Sure,
another thing coming. And most of the other stuff was really, a Deep Cuts Priest fan, Wet Dream.
Was it
that would be one of those that if a Kiss tribute band came out and did Ladies Room and Love 'Em and Leave 'Em and stuff like that.
Like when Bruce plays.
Yes.
So was it just a girl fronted band, or was it an all girl?
The Judas Priestess?
Yeah.
It's an all girl band.
All girl band. I kind of figured that being that she was in the Iron Maidens, I figured that it was,
chicks rule.
That she would have brought something like that. That's cool though.
But the
where are they out of? Where are they out of?
I don't know.
They didn't say. Okay.
They probably did. I wasn't listening. Don't talk, say. No, but Nita Strauss show was really, really good. All of the songs were instrumental except for 2. She has that new single with the singer from Disturbed.
Sure.
So they did that song and they, played the recording of his vocals. And then they had the singer from Black Satellite and the Mark Rizzo come out, and he got on guitar and they did Feed My Frankenstein.
Oh, nice.
And then they did an instrumental cover of a Queen song, and I can't remember which one it was, but the audience sang along. And I know Brian is just sitting here right now going, "It was this, you dumbass."
Right.
He'll be messaging us.
That's quite all right.
Yeah. So just real quick, I was just curious, during the Q&A, did anybody ask, or did she mention anything about her plans? Is she planning to stay with Alice for a while, or is she sprouting her wings at some point and gonna leave? Or did she say anything about?
I think someone asked her what she would do what she was going to do when Alice retired.
Right.
And she was like, that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I love to do. Whether I'm playing with Alice or whether I'm doing my own thing, I'm having fun either way.
I just didn't know if she was.
But then she made the comment that she would probably retire before Alice would.
Okay. That's true. It is true.
He's gonna play till he dies. So yeah.
Well, cool. Yeah, I didn't even know you were going until, like I said, when we have a little text or a message thing that we Facebook chat that we go in, and everybody was like saying you were on your way to Ohio, and I was like, what the hell? I guess I completely forgot you were going up there, but that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
What part of Ohio did you say it was in? Was it?
It's by Cincinnati.
By Cincinnati. Okay.
Well, what was really funny, excuse me, is we were headed up 69, so when you're going to Cincinnati, what do you think you're going to do? Turn off on 64.
Yeah.
But we didn't. Google Maps kept us going straight. We went up to Bloomington, cut over on 37.
Really?
And I thought, man, this is crazy. And then when we got to 20 miles north of Cincinnati, it made sense.
So it took you over to 74.
It took us 69 to 37 to 74.
Yeah.
Wow, I would have thought
you could have come right by my house. You should have done lunch.
We did. As a matter of fact, when we drove past that one thing that's got all of when you go under the bridge, 65, and it's got that
yep,
whatever. I almost took a picture of that, sent it to you.
Yeah, you were like not far.
I know.
Yeah, I would have thought it'd been closer going to Louisville and then go up from there.
No,
well, you're going 20 miles north of Cincinnati, so it made sense.
Right.
But like I said at first, I was like, we're never gonna get there. It took us right there.
You can't get there from here.
Yeah, that's easy. It's easy to get though. Go that way.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So you didn't have time to go to Jungle Gyms, huh?
No, but when we came back, it routed us through Cincinnati and Louisville.
You talked about Jungle Gyms when we were there for that concert that weekend.
Yep.
You were talking about that, and we never did get over there.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So,
it's a funky grocery store that's got crazy stuff in it, and it's got a beer section that's the size of Montana. I don't know. A lot of beer. There's a lot of shit in that place. Have you been there, Alex? I don't know if you've been there. Have you been to Jungle Gyms?
Yeah, I've been there. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty cool.
Bill, did you do
it's rock and roll.
Did you go anywhere?
Yeah, I went to the Army Navy game. Go Army.
Yeah.
Lose the Navy.
Oh, did you get any records? I didn't get any records this week either. I
did not.
I didn't get shit.
Nope. Didn't get any records.
Oh, I bought a Nita Strauss CD and had her sign it.
Well, that's cool.
First CD I bought, I couldn't tell you how long.
I wish I had a CD player. I don't even fucking get it. Well, I got to do in my car yet. That's the only when I got a DVD.
One.
Alex, do you know what CDs are?
No, I don't think so. They're like
one
square
addendum to the Nita Strauss thing. Brian asked me, he said, we can get 3 things signed. What did you bring? And I'm like, nothing.
I didn't bring anything.
I don't plan on getting anything signed. Then her street team came around and gave us these little small pamphlets or whatever. I'm like, okay, I got 2 things to get signed. And then I got my ticket, so I'll get that signed, I guess. But then I decided that I got 1 thing signed for the guy I went to the Iron Maiden concert with. I got 1 thing signed for him.
Right.
And then I had her sign a CD and a ticket. So
should have signed your wiener or something.
She would run out of ink way before she run out of the word Nita. It'd be like, and I can't even get the whole eye on there.
Can't even find the eye.
All right.
Hey, Alex, you glad you come on the show?
Talking about you guys are classic dads talking about directions on where to go from one place to another. It took a whole 5 minutes. So I think I know exactly what I'm getting myself into here.
But God damn it, we get you places, don't we?
You sure do. So
I did not jump. I didn't jump any curbs. We ran off the road once. But that wasn't.
Don't make me stop this fucking car. Whatever you do.
I don't think you ever got beat in the car. I don't think so.
No.
Anyway, I don't think I ever had to say.
You ever had one of these?
Like almost died a kid? Couple times.
That was recently though. It doesn't
reach
count.
Around.
The reach
when you were a kid,
not even looking. Oh yeah.
I used to get those. Yep. Man,
and then right after that, you get like the little hand went for some candy that you have in the back seat. He just sticks his hand out there like a little cup, and then just puts it right into his mouth. Like he didn't just beat the shit out of me 10 seconds ago.
I always wonder why the candy tasted funny. It's because it came off the ground.
Yeah, it's like he spit on it, rubbed it in his butthole.
Probably.
All right. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to talk about, we have written down our 10 most iconic songs that we think, and we have a reason for that. So whoever goes first, I tell you what, we're going to let Alex go first because he's our guest.
Oh shit.
But anyway, before you give your first one, let us know what your criteria was when you picked these. What was your own set rules to pick these? Or do you have any?
So when my dad said iconic, so the words, when I think of iconic, I think of, popular in any multiple types of settings, multiple types of atmospheres. It's a very universal crowd. It's when you're somewhere, no matter where it is, if it comes on, everybody knows it. Everybody kind of gets that light in their head that says, oh, I know this song. I know some words or the chorus or whatever it is. So that was kind of my criteria. This is not, as you said, no order. So one that popped into my head that is specific to my generation, and I think in the college sports, college bars, college kind of atmosphere, and you might find this surprising, but the number one song that we probably recognize, that's a rock song, is Mr. Brightside by the Killers.
Wow.
Interesting.
I mean, once it comes on, I'm not kidding, there's just a ton of people who they just start belting out the first verse, and then they go to the chorus, and then it kind of dies off because nobody else knows the rest. But
I know that song. Actually, I like that song. I know it.
Yeah, it's College Game Day. There's I think it's Michigan. When Michigan just beat Ohio State, they rushed the field, and you can look up the video, and every single person in the stadium was singing Mr. Brightside, because that's just kind of the college rock song, if you will.
Wow.
Interesting. Well, there we go. See, we're getting in a lot different perspective than we
That's
thought.
Cool.
So
I know we've got at least one viewer or listener that will be happy to hear someone from the 21st century.
There you go.
All right. Who wants to go next? Bill or Alan? Which one? Somebody jump in there. All right.
Alan. Go ahead, Alan.
Alan, you go next.
All right. I chose my iconic rock songs by their opening riff.
Oh,
okay.
So the first one on my list, I have about 40 of them here. But the first one on the list that are currently on my top 10 is School's Out by Alice Cooper.
That's very popular, very good song. Good deal.
Yep. My cousin had a jam box with an 8-track player on it, and the last day of school, he would always bring it to school and play that song on the bus and get in trouble because it was too loud.
All right. Mr. Bill.
All right. So my list was just those songs. For me, the iconic songs were songs that as soon as you hear them, it takes you someplace. It's a memory. It's just, and you, again, like Alex said, and Alan, it's just a song that just, grabs you and means something. So mine was Back in Black. I know it's played 1,000 times, but for me, it was Back in Black. That is one of my 10.
Okay. All right. So whenever I thought of this topic, when I came up with it, I was thinking of, you have to be a freaking alien, coming into the planet without no knowledge to not know an iconic song. An iconic song to me is something that everybody knows. I also did it in my lifetime. You know, we could go back. Some
You're old as shit, dude.
Tchaikovsky and Bach, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, no, but I went for that. But to me, too, it was just one of those, and there's some here that I don't like. I mean, I actually don't like this, or not that I don't like the song. I'm maybe probably burnt out because it is an iconic song. But, you know, I just went with the first things that come to my head, which ones I think, and not only are they iconic, they're just really, really, really good. I mean, they're well written and they stood the test of time. They're timeless songs. All right. So my first one, I'm just going to go straight off the bat. The first one I thought about, and it is actually 2 songs, but I'm counting it as one because it's always played back to back. And it's we were Rocky, we are the champions.
Honest to goodness, I thought that's what Alex was going to say when he said sports.
I kind of thought.
You know what?
Too.
I think when
Fair
we were
enough.
doing sports,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that would have been true, but I can see why it wouldn't be for him though.
Right.
I don't think you hear it as much as we used to.
Right. But that song, I mean,
But I agree. They're always back to back, though. I've never heard them not back to back.
Right. I mean, if it's played on the radio, it's one of those ones. There's a few of those that are, you know, the Live and Love and Made, and what was it? Heartbreaker, and, you know, a long time in foreplay. That's it's or whatever. I got them backwards, but anyway.
Nothing unusual.
Yeah, no shit. Fuck the foreplay. Don't need that.
The
shit.
fact you can make it through foreplay is a miracle.
Who's got time for that? I ain't got time for that. I'm done.
We've
by
got
that
foreplay
time.
in this episode twice so far.
I'm usually done by that.
Better
time.
write that down.
Oh, you mean you wanted something after that? Okay, I'm sorry. All right. So anyway, that was my one of my top 10 was We Were Rocky, We're the Champions.
All right. Cool.
All right. Alex.
Back to me.
Yeah.
Pick the next one. My next one is Smells Like Teen Spirit, Nirvana.
That was the number one on the guy who said it was scientifically done. He says
Really?
that song is the number one iconic song ever made by his scientific whatever it was. And I don't
bullshit.
Interesting.
I agree, Bill. That's why whenever I looked at that, I'm like going, that's it's his number one song. Well, this fucking list is bullshit. But yeah, it's a good song.
It's an iconic song. I would agree.
It is an iconic song, yeah.
Definitely an iconic song.
All right.
Okay, so that knocks one song off my list, so I'm replacing that song with another song.
Okay. You had that. Okay, cool. So we did have a double.
Yeah.
There's one double.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier.
So
Double.
I am next, correct?
Alan. Yeah,
Yep.
Go for it.
My next pick is the Rolling Stones, Satisfaction.
Oh, nice.
I had a Stone song, but not that one. That's actually was in my extras. Anyway. All right. Good.
And another thing that I will say about these, it's not just the opening guitar riff because you know it. For me specifically, when I hear that song, I get really excited, you know, and much like one of my dogs, I have to wear a diaper because I pee on the floor.
But you are right. I mean, everybody know you. Like I said, you'd have to be living in a.
The first note. That's all you have to hear.
Yeah,
that's all you have to hear.
Yeah,
you know that song.
I know. All right, Mr. Bill.
All right, my second song is "All Right Now" by Free.
I almost put that on there. That is a good one.
That to me is an iconic song. It's something back from the 70s. There is something about it even to this day that when I listen to it, it just gives me goosebumps
and even
makes me want to turn it up as loud as possible.
And even though it is it's dated from the way it sounded, it still could be a new song. You know what I'm saying? It is.
I don't care. I don't want it to be new. I want it to be.
It's cool.
It transcends the test of time.
All right. It does. Time Traveler.
So I'm going to finish up. I'm going to finish up with the same band, but on my number 2 spot, I'm staying with Queen again, and it's going to be Bohemian Rhapsody.
That one.
Once again,
I have that. I have
double.
that.
Get triple play on that one.
I figured everybody,
No,
but that song is.
No, I said that's in my honorable mentions.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
know, but I had it. He had it, and Dennis had it. That's triple. You would be a quadruple play.
That's a quadruple play. But no, Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, for God's sake,
I'll pick another.
I mean, everybody fucking knows that song. I mean, everybody. And like I said, I remember as a kid we were on the softball field in grade school, and Pat Bogus, we were probably, I was like third grade, maybe. He was in fourth or so. He was a grade ahead of me, and he was out there doing that, like, let me go, Vince Food, that part of about it. And I'm like, going, what are you singing? And he goes, man, it's like, he did it like all day long. And I'm like, what is this song you're singing? So anyway, it's always funny, but anyway, that song just, and then of course with the movie, I mean, everybody knows every word to that song. I mean, how iconic can it be? So anyway, Bohemian Rhapsody, done. All right, Alex.
Fair enough. What are we on? 3?
Yep.
3 for me. I'm going Sweet Home Alabama, Leonard Skinner.
Boy, I was close. On my list. Close.
Uh-oh, we have a double play there.
There
we go.
I told you. I almost went that way, but I went a different way. And I'll let you
That
know.
didn't surprise any of us. If your foreplay was over that fast earlier, there's no way you're on the same team.
Right. All right,
Alan, what you got, man?
My next pick, if it's not the oldest song on my list, it's the second oldest song on my list.
Okay.
And it's Mr. Chuck Berry's Johnny Be Good.
Interesting.
Yes.
I played that song many, many, many times in high school. that was on the, I mean, that's every garage band. That's a staple song.
Back in the 70s and the 80s and such. Yes, sir.
Yes, it was. Not now, but
now this is one of those songs that even at age 51, if it comes on and I've got my air guitar on, I'm doing that duck walk thing.
Duck walk. Exactly. That's a good song. All right, Mr. Bill.
All right, I'm going to go with, I'm going to go, since these aren't in any order, I'll just read the next one. So the next one I have is You Could Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi.
Good pick.
That was on some of the lists I read on the internet today.
Yeah. To me, that's one of those songs, if you're anywhere and that's even starts, people just go ape shit, bat crazy, just insane. So
good song. Nothing wrong with that. All right. For my number 3, it's one that I was going to put number 1. I mean, it was just, the first one I thought about, but here it is, Hotel California.
On my honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Really? I thought it would be a little higher than that.
No.
But
there's too many options, dude.
I know. But I'm just saying, it's one of those songs when it comes on, the whole room, everybody, especially if you had a little booze in you, everybody's singing along. You may have the words correct, but they're still singing.
On a dark desert highway, cool whip in my hair.
Cool whip in my hair. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of versions of it. It'd be funny.
That's funny.
Anyway, all right. So that was mine. Hotel California.
All right.
Alex.
Number 4, I'm going Crazy Train, Ozzy.
Got an honorable mention there.
That didn't even make my honorable mentions.
No,
really?
Of course, I mean, there are thousands of songs.
There is. There's like, and the thing was, I didn't go any pop or any country or anything like that. I mean, there's so many other ones that are just could be on there.
Well, I stuck with the rock.
Oh, I was told rock, so that's what I went.
That's right. You did the right thing.
This show is called Ages of Rock, so
I know. I stayed rock. Well, there's one. I actually have. I do
have a pop song in my honorable mentions list.
I have 2 that are questionable, but they're just so iconic. I had to.
Well, everything you do is questionable, Dennis.
Exactly. Anyway.
Fact.
All right.
Number 4. You said yours, didn't you?
Yeah, I said mine. It's your turn.
Yeah, you're ready, Al. Alan, your turn. Sorry. I'm not being.
I've got my sometimers is kicking in.
Sometimes. Okay.
All right. I replaced Nirvana's Teen Spirit with Elton John's Bitches Back.
Nice.
And that is another one that you hear that first little chink and you know what it is.
Yep.
And if you saw the concert in Evansville, that's the show that's the song they started the show with.
Interesting.
Cool.
Which is typical since Elton acted like a bitch that night.
Yeah, no shit.
Kind of.
It was funny. It was funny actually, but I felt bad for the guy that he was yelling at.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that guy was like.
Oh yeah, he was yelling at some stagehand or something, right?
At his piano tech.
Piano tech. Yeah, they were having all kinds of issues.
He could make him sound like shit. I don't know if I'd do that or not.
Yeah. Anyway.
You don't know. All right. So my fourth one, I went. I put it on the list. It's Welcome to the Jungle. Not my favorite song. Not a song that I like.
I almost put it on there, but it is iconic.
Talk about iconic. That changed a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why it's on there.
That's it. All right. Number 5, Mr. Alex.
Oh, number 5. I'm going
Actually,
with
number 4, actually. Sorry.
4.
No,
we're on 5.
No, 5. He's number 5.
Well, where did I get? Oh, I haven't going yet. I was sorry. I got to do my 4s yet.
You have to do.
We were hoping
I
you would forget.
All right. My number 4 is one that if you went to a concert in the 80s or went to any concert for a long time, it's the song that is played before every concert in Robert Stadium that I remember, and it Won't Get Fooled Again, because it's like they would get that music going and it do 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 do.
That's in my honorable mentions.
I mean, that is a great song. The Who.
I actually have 2 Who songs in my honorable mentions.
I actually was going to put Bob. I thought it was Bob O'Reilly, and actually it's like, that's not the right song.
That's not
it's
the
this
right one, dude.
So, but Won't Get Fooled Again, just for the fact of that every concert you knew that they were coming out after that song, because they pumped that shit up. And when the scream, it's like woo. So yeah, and everybody knows that song. There you go. Okay, Alex, number 5.
All right, number 5 for me. This is one of my all-time favorite rock songs back when I was younger. I think it's a late 90s, early 2000s song. I'm going Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne.
which is about a girl that's our age.
Yep.
Stacy's mom is Jesse's
I used to rock
girl.
that shit.
Stacy's mom is Jesse's girl, and her number is 867-5309.
There you go.
It's funny.
That is funny.
That's pretty cool.
Song.
I remember you did like that song. You listened to that a lot.
That was my song, and the music videos.
I don't think I've ever seen the video.
Tawny Katane.
Oh, it's a sight to see.
I'll have to watch
It's
it.
been a long time since I've seen that video. Note to self.
Who is the girl in it?
Dennis will watch it during foreplay.
After this show is over, Alex, send me your list, because I might have to make a playlist and listen to all these songs.
Yeah, me too.
Right,
yeah, everybody sends a list. So.
Yeah.
All
right. My number
Mr.
5
Allen.
is our first female-fronted group, Hearts Barracuda.
That is a good song.
Yeah.
Good song.
And like I said, it's
a nice angry song.
As soon as you hear that, you're like,
oh yeah.
All right, strap it on. We're gonna go.
Yeah, when she straps it on, you're in trouble.
Every time. Crazy. All right. So my next number 5 is I went with The Wall by Pink Floyd.
The Wall. You mean Another Brick in the Wall?
Well, Another Brick in the Wall.
Another brick. Yeah,
well,
say
From the Wall is the whole
album.
Yeah,
no, The Wall's the album, but yeah, you get it.
Yeah, I almost went there. I was going to do that one or part 2. Yeah, that was one I was going to do.
Yeah,
that's the big one. So anyway, yeah, it's a great song. It's a good choice. All right, so my number 5 is actually one of my favorite songs ever, and it's Meatloaves Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. Everybody knows that fucking song. I mean, every word.
There used to be a time when I would DJ events that if there were certain girls that came to these shows, I knew they were going to request that song.
Yeah.
And they would get out in the middle of the dance floor and sing it and sling their drinks everywhere the whole time.
We do our own little karaoke things at my friend's place when we have wine night over there, and that song gets played every time. I'm getting pretty good at it too. So. All right. Alex, number 6.
Number 6 for me. This one I kind of thought about. We are all kind of in the same area, so I don't know if it's necessarily considered iconic, but I think if you're a Midwestern kid growing up, you know Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp.
Oh yeah. I think that's pretty
in
well.
my honorable mentions.
I think that's not just Midwest. That's anybody.
Yeah,
our
I don't know
time.
any. Yeah.
You know, sucking on a chili dog.
Yep.
All right. My
Alan.
number 6 is a Guns N' Roses song off of the same album Bill picked from, but I chose Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah. That's another iconic opening. Big
It
song.
is.
Big song.
One or two notes and bam, there it is.
Yep. And if
I
you
would
play in
agree
a
with you.
band and you got a really shitty guitar player, it could be a couple bad notes. to
Let
start
me
that
tell
song.
you something. I have run sound for enough bands that don't play that song well.
Dude,
Or they don't play that riff well.
my band, it was a hit miss, and I would start cringing before we started playing it. And I didn't do it. It wasn't me that was playing it. It could be really good or it could be really bad. And when it was bad, it was really bad. Anyway.
Anyway,
All right. So let's see.
6.
6. I have Inner Sandman by Metallica.
That actually did not make my.
That's one of those beginning of the song. You're kind of like, oh boy,
Oh yeah.
here we go. Yeah, I love that song.
Cool. All right. My 6, and like I said, this is no particular order, but I had Freebird. I just wrote it down, and it was one of those ones.
Considered that.
And it was like, you know what? I fucking hate that song. And especially playing in a band, everybody Freebird,
Well,
Freebird.
I kind of thought about that too, but Freebird also has a pretty recognizable intro.
Right.
But I think Sweet Home Alabama, in my opinion, is much more recognizable quicker.
I almost went Sweet Home Alabama. That's what I said about with Alex. I almost went that way, but it was just like Freebird. I just know playing a band, it's like, that's the one that always came up. So, all right, the Freebird.
Hell, even playing in a country band, people yell it.
Of course they do.
Alex, number 7.
7. My 7th, I'm going with Jump, Van Halen.
I almost put that on. I was going to do a Van Halen. I said, of all Van Halen songs, that would have been the one, but I didn't.
I was thinking icons, obviously, a huge one. Jump is one of my favorite ones, so I put it on there.
Jump.
That's why it's your list.
All the criteria you need.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's your rules. It's nothing wrong.
My rules.
Alan.
My number 7 is Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
I've got that.
They got a lot. Oh.
Well, not only does it have an instantly recognizable intro, but it is one of the greatest war protest songs ever written.
I was gonna say, if you know anything with the Vietnam War, any movie with that topic, that song is in that.
It is in there, absolutely.
It's in every movie. It's in any movie that deals with that time of the
that point in time.
Yes.
Forrest Gump, big one.
Billy.
All right, so I have let's see where I'm at. Oh, okay. So iconic songs, I went with Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
I have that as a extra. That's a good one.
Or as I like to call it, an honorable mention.
Yeah, honorable.
Big song. I mean, people go batshit crazy.
That's the one, like I said, and everybody knows it. And it's, by the help of the movies that's been, put out here recently, it's got another whole generation that knows that song now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Just
Hey, move your mic up a little bit, man. You can't hardly hear you.
Me, sorry. Yeah, everybody, like I said, once, like I said in a bar when that thing starts, it's like
it's just everybody
in their worst falsetto voice. It's
Yep.
just fucking up there.
because they play it at 2 a.m. when everybody's hammered. You
Exactly.
just let everybody belt it out. Then you realize it's time to go.
All right. So my number 7, we're gonna do this is an anti-war song, It's an old song. It's not really a rock song, so I'm gonna get hell for this, but it is one that I listen to, and we listen to it on my way to my mom and dad's on Thanksgiving, and we listen to it every Thanksgiving. And it's one of my favorite songs. It's Alice's Restaurant by
I knew
Arlo
you were
Guthrie.
going there, man.
I love that fucking song. And it's not really a song except for when he does the chorus. It's basically he talks. But it's
a funny story.
Fucking love that song. And it is a true story. I was reading that's somebody posted the other day, the actual newspaper article or clipping about what happened. I mean, it's funny as shit. I mean, it really happened. But it's a great thing. And I had a friend of mine that could recite that song word for word, the whole thing.
That's pretty cool.
And it was
another
funny.
True story here. A to Z Radio plays that song at 12 o'clock every Thanksgiving.
There you go. And if Captain Dennis,
is this the first Thanksgiving of A to Z Radio?
and if Captain Dennis was still on the air on my Thursday, that was my thing. I was going to play it just back to back, or I couldn't do it back to back because of that. But just for my show, I was going to play that for the show and be done with it. So anyway, yeah, that's it. So Alex,
all right, what are we on? 8.
8.
I'm going with The Joker, the Steve Miller Band.
Good song. Nothing wrong with that.
Where'd you come up with that?
I love that song.
Really?
Yeah, it's on my playlist.
He hasn't been in a bar band that's played it in every fucking 40 fucking years.
Yeah, I don't like it as much as I used to.
That is still a good song.
Oh, it's a great song.
All right. My number 8 is 25 or 6 to 4 by Chicago.
That's a great
nice
song. Great song.
Let's start a song out without a guitar riff. Get them horns going.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it does start with a guitar.
Yeah. That's a great song.
I better get that right or the Terry Kath fans will hunt me down.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So we're on to me, right? So I had
great.
Bohemian Rhapsody on my list in this spot, but you took that one. So that was a duplicate.
I didn't take it.
So I'm going to go with Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin.
Good song.
That's a good one.
And
also easily recognizable intro.
Also an easily recognizable intro that they play before most Kiss shows.
Yeah, that's true. Very
long time ago.
Okay, so my 8 is another song that's questionable rock, but it's an oldie but a goodie. Everybody knows this fucking song, and it's American Pie.
I thought about that.
Everybody,
not even on my honorable mentions. Although I did happen to listen to that.
You get a bunch of drunk fucks around and an acoustic guitar that somebody could play this fucking 3 chords. And
I was going to say there's 3 chords. I'm sure it's not hard to play.
Everybody's singing it. Yeah, so yeah. All right. Which he is going. I just seen where he's going back on tour. He's going out on tour. Is he just going to play this song like 3 times and then be done? I don't even.
He's old as dirt. How can he be going out on tour?
He has one more. I mean, I know there was another Vincent. There was another song that was popular. That's the only 2 songs I know from Don McLean. He's gonna do his. He's gonna do his hour version of his updated version of American Pie.
He's gonna do a really slow version of "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Oh God.
All right, go ahead.
Gosh,
Alex,
number 9. Number 9. I'm going with. Trying to decide. I'll go "Living on a Prayer" on Jovi.
Oh, good one.
Good song. That's a good song. Those are classics.
Huge one classics. Of those everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will replace my displaced Leonard Skinner "Sweet Home Alabama" with Foghat's "Slow Ride."
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good one.
I almost went there, but I didn't.
You almost went in a lot of places.
I know.
Now a lot of places playing along.
Hey, you know what, Alex? There's a lot of places that I went and that I shouldn't have went to.
I think we're 9 for 9 on almost went there.
I know. Mr. Bill.
All right, for number 9, I've got Rock and Roll All Night.
You know, I almost went there, but I just couldn't.
I
just couldn't do it.
I went there and it was like,
I know.
It's an iconic song. I mean,
I know. I should have. It's just one of those ones I just can't bring myself to do.
Oh, and guess what else?
What?
Easily recognizable intro.
Yes.
Exactly.
And usually when I hear it on the radio, I turn it off.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I can't reach for the fucking knob quick enough. All right.
That's
my hold on a second. My wife.
Number 9.
My number 9 is Tom Sawyer. Because there's that bow. Everybody knows what that is, you know.
Yeah.
Even people that aren't Rush fans know that song.
I tell you, if you want to get a true Rush fan really worked up, tell them that Tom Sawyer is the only good Rush song.
Oh yeah,
I'm still alive, but I'm gonna tell you what, it took some getting away.
I'll bet.
I'm kidding. I really didn't say that to anybody.
All right, we're on number 10.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, my final one. I'm going on the top 10 non-honorable mentions. One of my favorite old 80s rock songs is Talk Dirty to Me by Poison.
Good song. Classic.
No Rat?
Easily recognizable intro.
Nope.
Interesting.
Oh, so I guess it's my turn now.
I thought we did. Yes, Alan.
So this is my other really old song, Louie Louie by the Kingsmen.
Wow.
Yeah,
you went way old.
I did a little digging.
You did a little digging.
Diggy. All
right. So for mine, I picked an iconic song that actually I picked a ballad, an iconic ballad, which I picked Wonderful Tonight by Eric Clapton.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. I didn't almost go there. I didn't.
Finally,
I thought about cocaine though, because that's one of those ones that even my mom and dad, I remember we would go to wedding receptions when I was a kid, and they would the band would always play cocaine, and my mom would sing along, and I'm like, well, Mom, do you know what you're talking about?
She go, yeah,
okay, yeah. All right, so my 10th and final song, and I can't believe nobody's fucking said it yet. Stairway to Heaven. I mean, it's iconic. It is iconic. I mean, personally, I'd rather have Cashmere in there, but
I had Cashmere on the list at one time.
Stairway to Heaven, everybody knows that fucking song. I mean, everybody knows that song.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons that I didn't pick it is because that I knew somebody else most likely was going to pick it.
All right.
So I didn't even put it in my honorable mentions.
Yeah, that's what I just picked, because I was like, when I'm thinking iconic songs, oh my God, how could it not be on the list? Do I like it? No, I fucking hate that song. But, anyway, that was my, so. All right. So, Alex, honorable mentions. You want to throw some out there real quick? What you got?
Yeah, I only think I have 2-3 more on here that nobody said, that I'll just fire off real quick. 2, sure. I will say. The third, I'm not sure yet. One of them is Renegade by Styx. The other is
good song.
Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon.
Oh, huge.
Yeah. I was digging through my playlist, my own playlist, and I was like, I think
there's some babies your age that were probably actually a little
bit
were made by that song.
How old am I again? 20? Yeah, probably.
He's 23. That came out in
80.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, that'd been
80 or
you'd be 35.
So
we got married. We were dating our wives at that time.
Yeah,
we would have really popped one out, back then.
Yeah, no.
there were some older kids that were made by that.
Oh yeah, probably.
Guarantee it.
So what was your third one?
My third one that I don't know if you guys consider really rock, but it is an iconic song, and I will fight it to the day I die. Ants Marching, Dave Matthews Band.
Cool.
Let's do it. I'm sorry.
I knew Dennis. I knew Dennis was going to say something.
Okay. Phil, is he your son, really? I mean, seriously.
Well, he was till then. Now I don't know. I have to talk to his mom.
All right, Alan.
Other than that song, I think that is a list of good parenting.
It is.
Then he moved on his own, went to college, and then Dave Matthews came along and
fucked him up.
Well,
it's okay. I'm glad you have your conviction and like who you like, no matter what anybody else thinks.
It's okay.
Right.
Exactly.
Except for me.
Exactly.
All right.
That's all right.
Well, I have quite a
fire them off.
hefty honorable mentions here.
Fire them off.
Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac, Rockin' in the Free World, Neil Young. I got an Eagles triple shot sort of thing here. Hotel California, Dirty Laundry by Don Henley, Smuggler's Blues, Glenn Fry, AC/DC Shook Me All Night Long, Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple, Aerosmith. I had 3 songs there: Walk This Way, Sweet Emotion, or Dream On. The Who's Won't Get Fooled Again, or Baba O'Reilly. Derek and the Dominoes, Layla. Purple Haze, Funk Number 49 by the James Gang. Edgar Winter's Frankenstein. Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla. Joan Jett, the Blackhearts, I Love Rock and Roll. The Ramones, Blitzkrieg Bop. Green Day, When I Come Around. Pearl Jam's Jeremy. Michael Jackson's Beat It. There's my pop song.
Right.
The White Stripes, Seven Nation Army. Wild Thing by the Trogs. Should I Stay or Should I Go by the Clash. The Beatles, Come Together. Iggy Pop's Lust for Life. Steppenwolf's Born to Be Wild. The Kinks, You Really Got Me. And America's Sister Golden Hair.
Damn, you had a few.
Nice, dude.
A few, just a couple.
It really was, a struggle to trying to figure out which 10 I wanted to highlight.
It is hard. It's hard. Bill.
All right, so my honorable mentions, I don't have a lot left on here. So I have Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. I have Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. Had Bohemian Rhapsody, had Crazy Train, had Jack and Diane. I have Maggie May. Maggie May to me is an iconic song.
That's
absolutely.
And I had Schools Out, and I think that's it.
Okay. And I had Don't Stop Believing was one of those. I had Gimme Shelter by Rolling Stones song. I had Smoke on the Water, of course. I had Sweet Caroline.
That's
because
awesome.
Everybody
That's awesome.
Fucking knows that song.
That is iconic.
That's another college
song.
Another one that's not rock, but I put on there was Margaritaville. Margaritaville.
True story.
Everybody fucking go ahead.
True story. I didn't realize until recently. Sweet Caroline is older than me.
Oh, there you go. But I mean, it's anywhere you go, it's like all of a sudden just like bah, bah, bah. Everybody's like,
And it didn't matter, sober, drunk, whatever, screaming as loud as you can.
But no, I mean, there was so many other ones that I and then like I said, once I started reading some of these the other ones, these are the ones that just popped in my head. I mean, to me, there is a lot of iconic songs. I mean, that's what I figured out today and reading. And if you get a chance, go onto the internet and just run a search for the iconic songs. The list. I know Billie Jean was high on the list of a lot of those. A bunch of that I've seen. And there was a lot of songs that like I said, the pop portion of it there were some I'm like, I don't even fucking know this song, like some kind of John Mayer shit and everything. Like, I don't, it's not quite iconic. But I mean, there's so many like the Elton John songs, there was just so many things that I could have put on there, but I just kind of went with the ones that are worn out. That was kind of my deal, but that was just fun.
Hopefully people listening to this will post
please
some of their iconic songs that
tell
we
us
did
what
not
we're wrong,
tell
us what we missed.
Catch.
I'm
sure
I
know
we
missed
tell us why
a
we're
bunch.
wrong because we're not.
Right, that's true.
Yeah,
but
keep
tell
scrolling.
Us, bitches,
get off my lawn.
God damn it. But yeah, like I said, we missed. I know there's somewhere where I'm sitting there going, oh hell, I'll probably sit 5 minutes from now. I'll be sitting going, son of a bitch, why didn't I say that?
We'll do it part 2.
No Tommy James and the Shondells. What?
Actually, another one that I had actually thought about myself, and then it was on one of them was like Respect, from Aretha
Franklin.
Yeah.
That if you open it up to all that genre, I mean, Jesus Christ, we'd be here.
Yeah, that's what. That's
well, if you're gonna throw Respect in there, you better get Bruce Willis's Respect Yourself in there.
But you know what I'm saying? No, I mean, I was trying to keep it to a rock thing. I had to put a couple little songs in there because, like, let's say American Pie and the other one, they're more of a folk song. But yeah, if you start going all genres, holy shit. I mean, we could be here.
Yeah,
for,
you could.
You go
10
disco,
10 from all genres. No way.
Oh my, no way. No way.
That would be hard.
That would be hard. So
I mean, we had 2 weeks to prep for this, and
I came up with mine in 5 minutes.
and yeah, smart ass.
Hey, Alex, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah,
no problem,
Alex.
guys.
I appreciate it.
Glad I could.
I like
I could give my
I like
my
these
youthful insight.
I just thought he shared his good
people.
parenting.
How much heat does that fireplace put up behind?
It's actually really nice. I put on a nice background for you guys just because I knew I was coming on the show today.
Is it hot in there? I mean, is you about to burn down? Is it hot? Or?
Probably, yeah.
Most of our guests
is that the fireplace on Netflix?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what
Laura
it is.
watches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most of our guests have
I just leave mine on Pornhub.
bourbon bottles and
there you go.
dancing girls in the background, but whatever.
A Pornhub
or an ashtray piled with cigarette butts.
I could probably find a scene on there and just
salsa cans or something.
It keeps it real hot.
pause.
Hey, next time you come on, put F is for family on.
All right.
All right, folks. I think that we're about done here.
Take us out of here.
Visit us on agesofrock.com and check out our social media and past episodes. And until next time, peace out. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.